there are simply no prizes for guessing which the most troublesome question to parents is. Which school should we send our child to? Across the country, parents are in a complete tizzy about which school they should select for their children. And it's understandable. Now more than ever, there are a million options to choose from. There are ICSE schools, CBSE schools, Cambridge board schools, IB board schools. I mean, there's just too many choices. So how should parents really decide which school to pick for their kids? I think that there are a couple of things that come into play that are extremely important. Number one, research. Parents need to find ways and means of taking out time and putting in the work to do background and research on the kind of schools that they are considering. It begins with simple secondary research online, where you go and you read up about the particular school on its website. You can even check out reviews of schools online. And then that online research must be backed up with actual physical school visits, where you talk to the teachers, the administration, check out the facilities, and then try among your friend circle, your family, to find parents who are already patronizing that particular school. So there's a certain amount of research that parents ought to do regarding each school that they are seriously considering. And then I feel the most important thing that should help parents decide which school to finally pick is your child's disposition. Now, there are schools that are known to be very academic focused. There are other schools that are known to be, more focused on extracurricular activities, sports, personality development, overall growth. It really boils down to your own child's personality, his or her likes and dislikes, his or her passions and interests that will guide you and help you select what kind of education philosophy best suits your ward. Very often as parents, and there's nothing wrong with that, we make these decisions even before our children are born, and even while they're there, we hardly take the child who's going to actually attend the school into account, because as parents, we've gotten very excited about getting our children the best education that we can afford. That's absolutely fine, it's justified, it's wonderful, it's understandable. But then, for example, if you choose to send your child to a boarding school and the child is not cut out for that kind of education, it can have a very negative effect. So this is not really about boarding school versus day school. I'm saying that overall, even within a city, there are many kinds of different schools that exist. It's not just about a difference in educational board. It's generally the overall educational philosophy and an ethos that the school practices that needs to be researched and then matched up with your child's own individual unique inclinations. So please, I urge all parents that when you are faced with this dreaded question of which school to select for your child, take these two things into account very seriously. One is do your research, find out all the facts that you can about a particular institution. And number two, observe and be acutely aware of realistically what your child is about and what kind of education system he or she will best benefit from. If you research and think about these two elements, I'm sure that your decision making in terms of picking a school will become much easier.